Alright, so hello, I'm Toodler507. This is the Granstream Saga, a PS1 action JRPG kind of. It's very cliche heavy and has top tier voice acting, so I hope everyone is ready because I can't skip cutscenes, even if I wanted to. Let me get ready. Oh my gosh. Get my own timer up. All right. This sounds dangerous. It's a game. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go. I'll let the game introduce itself. First 3 minutes and 15 seconds are an unskippable backstory. Thank you for the good luck, everyone.
The chicks are going to die!
The chicks are gonna die!
Gotcha.
Why did the old man break off a piece of the continent so it falls a little slower?
"100 years ago, in the Gangstrom Nebula, a great war devastated the land. After years of skirmishes, two opposing forces clashed in a final confrontation. One faction was led by the Imperial Wizardry, the other by the Allied Spirit Army. As the battle raged on, the Imperial Wizardry activated a dangerous weapon both sides had agreed to ban. The weapon was fired into the core of the planet to destroy enemy territory, but a miscalculation disturbed the planet's axis, melting ice caps and triggering tidal waves that would eventually cause complete submersion beneath the sea. Foreseeing this tragedy, 4 wise men used a magical control tower called Airlim to keep 4 continents from sinking. Each wise man used a magic orb to power Airlim, but the orbs had to be re-energized at regular intervals, so the wise men left a magic orb on each continent with their descendants, the new wise men, to carry on their work. Now, the inhabitants of the floating continents are intent on building a new world. But suddenly, all of the new wise men are starting to disappear, and there have been rumors of Imperial Wizardry warship sightings. Without the new wise men, the lands of Shilf, Aquas, Volkos, and Zephyr are beginning to slowly sink into the sea. Once again, an entire civilization is threatened with extinction.
There we go. There was a war. We sped up global warming. The whole world is underwater. The wizards took 4 pieces of land and made them floating. And every now and then, we gotta get someone who's a descendant of the wizard, wise men, and yell at the continent to stop falling. That's essentially the plot. So, before I can change the text speed, at the moment the shoulder buttons and the right side button in advanced text. But as soon as I change it to fast text speed, literally any button can advance text. And I will be basically spinning the analog stick for the whole game to match text. Alright, so now we're on fast text speed. Starts us off with Eon and his, I want to assume, adopted father, Valos. Valos was breaking off a piece of the continent because they were starting to fall faster, and the less heavy the continent is, the slower it falls, I guess. I don't understand how this magic works. Oh, this one dude comes to us, says a child is missing in the ruins. So Valos goes into his basement where the children are normally kept. And he has to go find them. Because it conveniently has a portal to the ruins in his basement. And if you're wondering why these characters have no faces outside of cutscenes, I wonder that too. This is one of the first 3D games that uses 100% polygonal graphics. There are no pre-rendered graphics in this game. It's actually pretty cool, in my opinion. That's about the only nice thing I'll say about this game. It was made by a studio that was part of Enix. It branched off. Yeah, I probably could have used another half of the story. Alright, we're here to help Valos search for the kid. We're told to check out the armor. And we have... a scepter on us that can copy, essentially, most items. Even in a damaged state, it'll make a copy of its original state. Yeah, well, I was pretty sure Quintet used to be a part of Enix, is what I recall. Or something. First fight of the game, we charge. That's it. So my health, as well as the enemy's health, are separated into life points and hit points. Normally, once you take out one life point, whether it's from myself or from the enemy, there's some kind of stagger or invincibility animation where their hit points refill for the next life point. But for this run, there's a weapon in this game called the Onimaru, which I forget what you have to do by the end of the game for it to tell you where its location is. But the location never changes. So we just pick it up right away and have the most overpowered weapon for the whole game. Because not only does it have the highest attack, but it also is the only weapon that can crit. Which, when you crit, you do damage past a whole life point tick. So you can take out multiple life points at a time. I gotcha. I must have misread then. Yeah, while we were screwing around, fighting things, Valos actually did the thing and found the kid. He uses his magic to teleport us back out. Getting dizzy. There will be a lot more spinning, especially of this analog stick. Alright, so this is the dad of the kid that got lost in the ruins. We get to see an acceptable form of punishment for 1997. Thankfully, that is the only time we'll see that. You go into the pub once, we have to talk to the owner to heal, and then we have to go back in to get the task or knowledge that we need to talk to this guy. This guy tells us we need to go to the church, or the church chapel. The localization of this is a bit funny, because some of the spellings are a bit questionable. Church chapel. So we see the priest come out of a secret room. We open the secret room. And right in here is where we get the Onimaru. When we walk in, we go back one tile, look to the left, use the Panther Eye to look for hidden items, and there it is. We have the strongest weapon in the game already. Easy. In the basement we find a comb that belongs to Arcia. We have a vision of Arcia. Arcia being someone we're supposed to rescue. I forget why we know that. I played this game casually a long time ago, and I speedran this game somewhat like 8 years ago. So my knowledge of the story is probably a little rusty, just like my speedrunning right now. Just look at her. There's 3 main characters of this story. Eon, Arcia, and not Arcia, being Laramie. And when marathons have incentives, I would normally have an incentive to, or bid war for saving Laramie or Arcia at the end of the game. We have to get onto a ship, so the pub owner suggests, why don't you just get inside this chest, and they'll put you on the ship. So we're hiding in a chest. Blazer's the current captain of the ship. And the guy who walked out's Gandor. He is the non-canon hero of the story. He will literally punch through walls to save us. We're introduced to our other character right here, Laramie, through a risky shower cutscene.
What kind of bird are you?
I'm not a bird, I'm Corky the Spirit Beast, and you'd better duck!
Nice move, but I hope you realize I had some soap in my eyes. Now, you've got exactly 1 minute to explain who you are and what you're doing here.
Yeah, between Laramie and Arcia, Laramie's always the right choice. Although Corky the Spirit Beast, who becomes our companion for most of the game, is definitely my favorite character that actually stays with us. Laramie asks us to go get a gem from a chest. Now we have the only stealth section in the game right here. So we have to crouch down. Let this guy pass. Alright, the stealth section's over. That's the only stealth section of the game. We did it. Easy. So when we go to this chest, Corky warns us that the chest is booby-trapped. Or has an alarm to it. Which he demonstrates for us. Good thing we have the scepter, which can just copy items without having to touch them. also make them a lot larger. Yeah, it's the scepter is like the most overpowered thing in the game besides the Onimaru that we just know where it's sitting at. So after we prove ourselves to Laramie, she tells us to hide in her shower until we get to the Evangel. Evangel is where Arcia is being held captive. We have to go save Arcia. Reminds me, my PB and record in this game is actually from a marathon run I did 8 years ago. Never got around to beating it. It's gonna be our first fight with the Onimaru. We're hoping for lots of crits. I don't remember what the chances are, and it's questioned if it's really a timing thing to get crit. But now we just melt enemies. There's a crit. Took out both life points at once. We had to go up here to grab the prison key cell for the room below us. Now we get to meet Arcia.
Who are you?
My name is Eon. You're Arcia.
Why, yes. But do I know you?
No, but I'm a friend. I bring this gift from your father. He said it was of grave importance.
Oh, from my father?
After the cutscene, we get a vision of Arcia's father, who's a wise man, essentially telling us that it's now Arcia's obligation to collect all the orbs of the 4 continents and get the lifting verses to save all the continents from falling. Her father is the wise man of Shilf. Which the 4 continents are named after the elements. Shilf being wind, obviously. Aquos, that's water, that one's easy. Volcos is fire. And Zephyr, which you would normally associate with white magic and their healing, yeah, that's earth. Makes perfect sense, I know. From here, So we're escaping. Come down here to regroup with our crew. They used it all on the 100% polygonal graphics. We find out that everyone in our crew is
They've all been
a
captured.
bit occupied.
Now we'll never get out of here.
Over there. Someone's coming.
Who are you?
Oh, what a pretty picture. The brave young warrior and the beautiful damsel in distress. So, how did you two find the other 3 orbs? I'm curious.
This makes no
Who
sense.
said we found them?
I've been informed of every move you've made. And now it's time for me to make mine. I've got
Like, how
them
did you
all.
guys find the other 3 orbs? Guess what? I actually have them.
What have you done?
Now that the orbs have been destroyed, you nor anyone else can perpetuate the selfish destruction of nature's gifts for their own greedy purposes. You wanted the orbs so you could use their magical powers to rule the 4 continents.
You must believe me. That wasn't our intent.
You're just like the rest. You swear you won't be corrupt, but you will be. Leave now. You're free to go. Go ahead. No one will stop you. One's destiny cannot be manipulated.
Yes, Laser was the captain of the airship that we just took, and now he's gone evil on us. Taken the orbs of the continents in order to save them and just destroyed them. But you know what? We've got a scepter. We can just make new ones. He doesn't need to know that. Most overpowered item in the game. I don't know if that was the first or second time I've gained a level, but the leveling system in this game is based off story, not based off of fighting and encounters. This is PS1. PS1 action RPG. Normally when you speedrun PS1 games, you turn on fast disk speed on your PS2. But this is actually one of the few games you cannot do that with. It will crash inconsistently, because it cannot handle fast disk speed. Very sad. My loads. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He is a spirit beast, he is not a bird. Do not take this blasphemy. Corky would be very upset with that. 1997-ish.
I sure hope no one saw me take the broken pieces of the orbs.
If they did, they'd be right behind us. I hope my brother's all right. Huh?
Oh! What's that?
Maybe it's an abandoned Imperial wizardry fortress.
Welcome. Ye who possess the
You can't play.
orbs hold the key to
You can only play PS1 games on the original PS3. First version, I mean. And usually that's not as fast as PS2, even without fastest speed. Paul. Alright, since we have the 4 orbs, we're allow the airlim, which is the floating transportation system with its own AI, comes and picks us up and is like, you need a fast way to get in the continents? Come on board. It's actually the only 4 cutscenes that I can skip in the game is when we revisit the 4 continents. I can skip the 10-second cutscene of us traveling there, which I'm absolutely going to. It's the only 4 I can skip. This game has a lot of cliches in it. Great game. Alright, I need to equip. Since we got the air limb, we get a new spell, Air Limb Return, so we can now teleport back to the beginning of the map. It just costs a lot of mana to do that, so we do it very rarely. First thing we have to do, go to the church chapel, talk to the priest, which he tells us a bit about Arcea's dad, which I believe he's dead. A lot of people die in this game. But essentially, it's Arcea's job to now save all the continents. After that, we go over here, talk to the elder of the village. Very laggy house. Air Limb Return. Oh, yes, Taker. Forgot there was a thing to choose there. We go back to Balos's house. Arcea wants to come with us. We need to talk to Balos about this whole situation, because he obviously knows something, since he's trying to save the continents themselves by breaking off unnecessary pieces. Yeah, it's unfortunate people die when they're killed. When we get back, Balos isn't here. He's left us a note saying he's gone to the Killia Shrine. Killia Shrine holding some kind of magic power that's related to the lifting verse and being able to lift the continent back up. Now we go there ourselves, because Arcea is the only one who can do it as a descendant of a wise man. Oh. Well, this part kind of made no sense to me. Like, these stairs lead to the where we can do the lifting verse and save the continent, but we don't know the lifting verse, so why even bother going up here? But the game stops us. It's like powerful magic. Sorry, you can't go up there yet. Go inside and get rid of that magic. Although our first hurdle is a really tall wall. Oh, you gotta be kidding. What is this? Go away. These enemy positions are terrible. Oh, that's annoying. Getting an encounter in here is pretty bad, but I got a bit sandwiched there. So in order to get to the upper area, we needed a crystal, which there was only one of. So instead of taking the crystal, we can just, copy it. Air Limb Return to go back to the beginning, walk back in, and we'll instantly use the crystal on the other pedestal when we walk in. Yes, jump in the bottomless hole. How does Corky even know that it's bottomless? Alright, I'm gonna be focusing to get around more enemies here. A lot of spots have hidden triggers to force encounters too. Like right here, if I walk too far left, I would force myself into an encounter. Right here, the game asks you, do you want to pick up this crystal? If you say yes, you pick it up and this door right here closes. You're supposed to say no, and instead you copy the crystal. Game punishing you for mashing yes. You go over here because we need to get the other crystal in order to unlock the stairs. We need both. I don't believe there's a limit to how many things we can copy, but what we can copy is story based. Generic DRM. All this damn nepotism in my old action RPG. One of the first puzzles we have here is there's a gear that's missing. So instead of, finding a gear, we use our overpowered item. We copy a gear. We place a gear. Puzzle solved. Easy. Well, the first part of the puzzle. Now we have to open up these wind chambers in a certain way. Nope. Why? There you go. This teleport takes us back to the Wiseman Cemetery, which is where we were in the beginning with the lost kid. Turns out the lifting verse is in here. Oh, I was trying to do something that's later in the game. Are you not? Okay. There we go. So when you do a charge, there are two different guard breaks that can happen, depending on if they're doing a move or not. It's like a short and a long animation of them trying to recover. Unfortunately, those were all short. That chest had the wind crest, meaning we can now open all these doors. Don't need to do any more fights in here besides the final boss of the area. Yeah. Now that we're through that, we have the Wise Man's Ordeal, which is a trial in order to prove that we're allowed to have the lifting verse. First trial involves hard work or something, where we have to get through this room by activating 3 buttons, but every time we activate a button, we fall down. We have to climb back up. Oh no, we did. When Slazer broke them and he left, we copied all the crystals in the original form. And as far as fully charged, no, they still need the lifting verse, which we don't have for any of the continents yet. Alright, first part of the trial done. Next one involves patience. We literally just go into this room and we wait. I cannot press a button or move. It'll increase the in-game timer. We just have to wait for it to say you're done. It's not too long. There we go. And this last one is honesty. We go up to a kid that is obviously lying to us, and we say, no, we don't believe him, and we're done. That's that trial. Never trust a kid. After that, we get the lifting verse. Even though we have the lifting verse, though, the platform to use it is still guarded by that magic barrier, so we have to fight the boss of this area first. Since this sword is so overpowered, a crit will actually one-shot this boss from full health, which is nice. I don't get it that often. On our way to teleporting to the room before this boss, we get a message that Valos has died trying to fight the boss of this area. And he asks us not to make the same mistake. So let's make the same mistake. Go Balderog. Let me crit you. Let me crit you. Okay. He's being mean. There's the crit. Easy. Full health. Now that we defeated Balderog, we give our Saga the lifting verse through the scepter, because the scepter memorized it. She's able to do her little cutscene and yell at the continent to stop falling. Now we have saved Shilf. Before we move on to the next continent, we have to go back, talk to the elderly man, and check on Valus's house. Just to be safe, I'm gonna grab an extra life point here. Normally I don't. Now we're off to Aquas. Aquas is probably the most difficult continent to do quickly because there's a lot of enemies you have to dodge that are a bit difficult, as well as it has the biggest RNG section in the game. But Aquas here at the moment is being influenced by Levante, the boss of the area, who has influenced the matriarch, I guess, of the town to start a cult. These sleeping sections feel like they take forever because there's like no jingle for the sleep. Alright, so at this point we're gonna walk around town, figure out what's happening. Guy tells us to go to the church. The church gives us a nice free heal. It is required to go here because Laramie's here. To talk to this guy in the bottom left. Go up here, talk to her. Come back down. Arcea's now talking to him. We're having a discussion about seeing Shalala for at the town meeting, which like the biggest mistake that these guys ever do, because Arcea can't keep her mouth shut. We're told to go look around and come back to this guy when we're done. Thankfully, we don't have to actually go look around. We can just tell him we're done. At this point, we see a congregation with Shalala talking about how Levante is our savior. And Arcea, being Arcea, is like, no, this girl's an idiot. Don't listen to her. Renounce Levante. Levante is evil. You'll never guess how that goes. Funny that Laramie isn't with us. He gets spared the punishment. So because of that, Eon gets attacked, and we're both thrown in jail into the mines to work as indentured servants. Put it nicely. Oh, yeah, I can get up. It's all your fault, Arcea. You can keep your mouth shut. Because of this, we have the biggest RNG section of the game. We actually have to do 2 days of mining, which involves us checking walls until we get all the pieces of obsidian that we need for the day. Guy explains that we just have to essentially keep checking the walls, and once we get 10 obsidian, we're allowed to go back to our cell. There's one. There's a LP that we get from doing this. That was the LP, so there's still an obsidian there. I don't know what the maximum amount of checks are for this. Feels like forever though, sometimes. Come on, something. Thank you. This is terrible RNG. Yep, prison labor. And that was day one. We still have one more day of that. The guard forcibly leads us back to our cell and very nicely and calmly lets us walk into our cell. Oh. Alright, time for day 2 of obsidian mining. Stop. I get 10 more pieces, and thankfully that's the last time we do that. You'll eventually see something, come on. That was pretty bad RNG for that section. Thankfully the guard lets us walk back to our own cell this time. We get to see what Apto? Yeah. The kid who we saw in the beginning of the area. Says he's here to rescue us, but doesn't have a plan. Yeah, on the third day, Arcia gets taken away to somewhere. I don't remember if it explains where she goes. After she gets taken, we're told it's time for our third day of gathering obsidian. Good thing is we don't need to do that. We have a way out of here. First we have the sleeping guard who has a key. We don't want to pick it up. We instead memorize it. And then we have another sleeping guard we can just walk past. Alright, Magical Labyrinth. One of the hardest sections to dodge enemies with how tight these corridors are. Right here we'll see a sneeze is what it's called. By getting an enemy in your field of vision, you can abuse their idle animation to get past them before they can react. As long as it's not a walking enemy. Going for a second. Alright. You can do crossovers to get around some enemies, which involves screwing with their pathing by like walking across when they charge at you. But it's really difficult to do. Like, I didn't get it there. Still got 2 to 3 more of those to do. Come on. Alright, there's one. Very nice. Those are not easy. Oh. I almost got that one. And then there's this last one that's a bit annoying to get past depending on where he is. If he's walking up, I can just go around him here. And then I have to go back down, but he despawns. Nice crit. Saved 1 hit. We came all the way here, but we don't have the key to the cell. heard something loud happen below, and it turns out that Apto has come to help us, but he screwed up and he broke the key. Good thing is we have an item or a scepter that can restore items to their original condition. Such a broken item. The crossover skips, you mean? Eh, maybe. And the Earthbound skips I remember are like trying to stutter step encounters that don't forcibly aggro you. Or possibly the swinging ones that have weird paths. Maybe that one. Alright, so we're told that Apto has been taken to the top of the tower. Oh, the present skips. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Got to get some quality voice acting from Marcia here.
There can be no mercy for barbarians who take children as hostages.
No!
Arcia, get out of my way!
There has to be a non-violent solution to all of this.
Don't be so naive. This blade will do the talking for me.
Arcia!
Blood is the blade's language.
Top tier voice acting.
God, people.
Apto at the top is being held hostage by the kids of the town. The kids trust Arcia, so he goes up first to talk to him. Laramie suggests that we follow behind, but it's gonna take a while to get up there. There's a lot of cutscene time here. Arcia does manage to convince this kid to go against what they've been brainwashed. Now she's got them arguing. That'd be funny, but I imagine it might be able to take like oxidized blood and make it unoxidized at best. Could solve the world blood supply shortage or something. Easy. I don't think I mentioned that Apto here is the child of the cult leader. I can't make this text box go any faster. A couple of them that wait for animations of the characters. Feels so weird. But since the kid let us out of jail, betrayed the cult, these guys want to kill the kid. So we can't stop him. He pushes the kid off the watchtower. But don't worry, Apto's fine. It turns out this guy was actually working for Levante the whole time. Get another cutscene break here.
All of this trouble is my fault.
It is her fault.
Huh? Ian!
Marcia, you can't blame yourself for all that's happened.
It is my fault. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even help one child, let alone save the world. Oh,
You did what you could. Don't torture yourself over things that cannot be controlled.
thank you. Your hands, their warmth feels so good.
Plan is to go back to the ice caves and confront Solela here and Levante. We need to put a stop to the cult, stop to them endangering children, and we need the lifting verse to save the continent. And Levante is stopping us from getting to the part of the continent that we cannot, or that we need to use the lifting verse. And Solela, the cult leader, isn't actually bad. She's just being controlled by Levante, which we see right here. You got a big head. And we actually have a section of the game with not too many cutscenes per minute. We have to get through the ice caves here in order to reach the Labyrinth of Punishment, which is where Levante is. One part of dodging enemies, not that way. We have the wizard over here. It's the one who pushed Apto off the building. Fighting him, get a key item. Nice crit. Saved one hit. Now we go back to the beginning of this, basically. I was hoping I could slip past you. That's unfortunate. We're fine. I'll do it. Alright, here we get our first double sneeze, where we take advantage of 2 idle animations to get past an enemy. Oh, I got caught on the rock. I was almost past him. Ooh. Blocking me from the back? Get out of here with that. Alright, using the tear-shaped crystal we got from the wizard drop, we can open the secret rock entrance. I'm gonna go below and grab a safety life point. And we need to talk to this skull, copy its eye crystal in order to open up the secret door. And here we have the second trial, the lifting burst, which is a lot easier than the first one. It's gonna ask us 7 questions, and we say yes to all of them. And that's it. Easy trial. Poor Eon doesn't know how to get out of here. Tries to use his scepter. Scepter doesn't respond. But good thing the true hero of the game has come to save us. No rock wall can withstand his punch. Gandor. Why can't you just fight the boss? I don't think the boss can punch through solid rock like you can. Oh yeah, I forgot not to walk. I'm dumb. Nice crit. That's a really good crit. That thing had 4 life points. Took them all out at once. Well, Eon is the ultimate idiot here. Walk up to Solela. He's like, oh, I'm being manipulated. I don't mean to do all this. Do you believe me? They're like, yeah, sure, we believe you. Like, okay, just go into this room in the corner so I can lock you in with an enemy. Thanks, Solela. Me a crit. Hey, it saved 1 hit. At this point, we're getting tricked again. Lili's trying to take both herself and myself out by sealing us inside a crystal. But the amulet that Arcia gave us earlier protected us. So she asks if she could use the amulet. We say no. We finally get rid of her. Now we can go fight Levante. I don't think you can. Oh, you can try, it just won't let you. All right. Ideally, we don't want Levante to go into any of those magic circle corners where he can become invulnerable and cast a spell. We can kind of stun lock him, hopefully. That's it. Nice, easy fight. So Soleil's not dead. We can unseal her. And she's no longer influenced by Levante, so she actually cares about her kid again. And is not ordering her kid executed for betraying the cult. So we never got a lifting verse from the trial, but it turns out Soleil here is the one who knows the lifting verse. Good thing she didn't actually die, or Aquos would probably be gone. I'm not sure why she has to tell Eon the lifting verse. Why can't she just tell Arcia? She's right there. But okay. Maybe it's so we have a copy of it. Magic multi-purpose PDA. All that technology was destroyed with the wizards speeding up global warming. That's what they get for using forbidden magic. Alright, off to the third continent. Volcos. Volcos makes you question how much of a like psychopath or sadist these wizards were when they chose a continent to lift into the air. It's like they chose a volcano that has two towns on opposite sides and the volcano is active. And if the weight balance of the two towns is ever too far off, the lava will literally spill into the heavier town. What kind of backwards bullshit sadism were these wizards cooking up here? Magic. The wizards made sure of it. So because of this weight balance that we need, our party is split up between the two towns. The two girls will go to the town of Cool on the right. We'll go to the left, but since we don't weigh as much as both the girls combined, we have to pick up some rocks and carry it with us. The most fast food places, yes, exactly. All right, I have to weigh myself first. Be in here. There we go. We have to be very careful when walking around town, making sure we know exactly where the other two are at all times so our weight doesn't shift the lava and kill somebody. Imagine if it was actually that crazy. This cutscene on the Evangel involves talking about Slazer, who essentially went from on our side to the captain of the enemy's battleship in the first 10 minutes of the game, or whatever. No, 20. The guards don't really trust him, although he's clearly brainwashed. All right, what's required in this town before we can progress is we have to talk to 6 residents. Not you. Oh. Now we can progress.
must be imagining it, but I thought I saw that cloud move like some kind of a ship.
Gandor!
Huh?
It's the Vangel closing at 3 o'clock!
The Vangel?
Angel.
Approaching, all weapons hot and at the ready. I've got them in my sights, ready to light them up at your command, sir.
Maintain speed. Activate disruptor torpedoes.
What's he doing out here?
Fire!
So we didn't even need to worry about disrupting the balance of the volcano and the towns. The Vangel just fired a beam into the volcano and it's going to explode anyway. So now we have to evacuate one town into another one in order to, you know, save half the structures and all the people. And how this is going to happen, where whichever side of the town isn't heavier, is Gandor is going to land the Good airship on one side. So that's the side that the lava goes to. The Oracle Elder freaking out. Oracle Elder don't care.
What happened? The continent's tilting! You hear about it? A giant ship just landed here! Huh?
Best voice actor of the game right there.
Yeah!
What's going on here?
Gandor asked me to check on you.
Ah!
Be careful!
Laramie!
Don't worry, I'll be all right. Don't you let Arcia out of your sight.
Gandor!
What are you doing on Volcos?
Eon, Slazers fired a disruptor torpedo into the volcano from Vangel. Huh? This eruption will flood both towns below with molten lava. We've got to try to save at least one of them.
So what the game wants us to do here is we have to gather up all the people in Kolku here and get them onto the Good airship so they're protected from the lava. But moving around and doing stuff increases lag, which increases the in-game timer. And we're not required to save anybody. So we're just going to sit here for like 2 minutes and let the timer run out. Because it's faster. And we're not even required to save anybody because they'll be saved regardless. I'm saving them so hard right now. Look at that. I saved all of them that fast. Hmm. Lots of text. The first thing we're gonna do is grab some hidden money. 250 gems over here, or 500. We go to the shop. Gonna buy a high potion and sulfuric acid. Then we go to the Elder. Oh, it is Arcia. Okay. I don't remember who it was in here. Pretty sure it's no different. We learned that during that whole ordeal when Laramie ran off, she ran off to the lava caves to stop volcano or something. So she's an idiot and now is stuck in there. We gotta go save her. Another section of me trying to dodge everything. There is not a single encounter that I have to fight in this area. Some of them are hard to get past, though. This is another double sneeze. Take advantage of a double idle animation to get past before they can aggro. There's a few of those in this lava cave. Right here is going to be another one. An optional item called the Valhalla, which gives us the Windbuster. We're required to talk to Deruis here, but Windbuster is a 2-hit combo move that is really broken. Oh, I got too close. I tried to do it. But the Windbuster melts enemies because it ignores life point thresholds even without a crit. I have to get past this guy again. No, I was not close enough. Go back. Here we go. This enemy is gonna be a little hard to get past usually. Ugh. The hitbox is so big. Use a neutralizing solution so we're not affected by the poison gas in here. If we then realize that Laramie is being affected by the poison gas, we need to hurry up. I should be good with not getting an encounter. This room has one that can be hard to get past. This one right here, depending on where he is. Yeah, I hesitated. That was my fault. Why are you not breaking? There we go. Now we're done getting past encounters in here. Pleasure here is at the point he's ready to kill us, but I don't understand why he's called off. Makes no sense to me. From here... Oh, we didn't talk to the mayor, right. Mayor tells us that the bookcase has a secret passage where Zeros' lab is. And I wish it was called the secret basement, but I guess they screwed up the localization because it's the secret basement. It sounds nasty. Yeah. Before we meet up with Zeros, though, we fight one of the hardest bosses in the game here. This book. Trying to actually read it quickly and correctly is so difficult. Oh, I screwed up already. I read it one more time than I needed to. Okay. Easy. Didn't screw up. Definitely not. That just sounds terrible. The Cretan basement. Alright, from the book boss, we learn about the Stalagmite. Not the Stalagmite, Stalagmite Castle. We go here looking for information on the lifting verse. No. Forgot we go down here. I was looking ahead. The only required fight that we have to do in the Stalagmite Castle. These enemies are literally the worst because they're fast and they like to jump over you. A lot of times we're avoiding walking on the bottom of these areas and just going around the top because a lot of these bottom areas have forced encounters. Well, the top never does. Look, it's Zerois again, but they put evil in front of his name. What happened to you? Turns out Evil Zero is here making the ultimate life form not be destroyed. It's the first time I've used a red crystal. It's basically an heirloom return, takes you back to the beginning of the area. But now that we've encountered Evil Zerois, we have to go talk to not Evil Zerois again about this ultimate life form and get him to make a acid solution so we can get inside of it. You would think if it's an ultimate life form, it wouldn't be damaged by such things, but or clearly ultimate acid. No, it's just sulfuric acid and the fuck is it? Sulfuric acid and dissolvent. Ultimate acid. Alright, in order to get him to make the ultimate acid, we have to talk to him twice to give him both pieces of the ultimate acid. I'm gonna call it that now. That's such a good name. After we give him the 2 pieces, we have to give him time to make it, which the only time that he needs is for us to go over to Oracle, talk to Laramie, and then he's done. Like, she literally says 2 lines, and it's like, oh, probably done. Let's go back and check. Could have just stayed. In the stuff. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to use this earlier. Right, now that we have the ultimate acid, we can go and confront Hergazad, the ultimate life form. You have. You basically missed like 2 cutscenes. Take a free heal and go into the alpha layer. Where this is, yeah. This first roper, we have to get him to despawn. This one we can walk around, and right here we use the acid. Dissolve this wall. This is the only required fight in this part of the dungeon. In order to take down this membrane, we have to kill 3 slags. Which, that's a big slag, but it breaks off into 3 of them. Once they're dead, the membrane will fall. They're a pretty annoying enemy, because if you hit them too early... Oh nice, I crit. You hit them too early, they'll go into a invulnerable state and just bounce around for like 10 seconds. Like this. Although if you corner them, they'll immediately get out of their invulnerable state. They have nowhere to run. Come on. Stop. There we go. Not too bad. Let's walk around that one. You have to wait for this one to despawn. Now we are at the ultimate life form. Yes, that is the Onimaru, the most broken weapon in the game. So for Hergazad here, while his shield is up, is invulnerable. So for this, we have to either hit him 10 times or get hit twice to progress. Something. There we go. Now we have a cutscene of Evil Zerous talking about how we can never defeat Hergazad while he's alive. And since Evil Zerous is a split personality like copy that Zerous made to not be bad, Zerous figures out that the only way to kill Evil Zerous is to end himself, to therefore make Hergazad, the ultimate life form, vulnerable. Wait, your muscles and respiratory layers aren't on the outside? Am I doing it wrong? Oh, it's sad to see Zerous go. And big stretch. Big stretch. The final message from Zerous. And now Hergazad is vulnerable. Yes. Stop me. Let me go! Oh. Let me chain it. So close. Come on. Stop it. Can you not block? I can't hit you while you block. That's cheating. There. Dead. So we defeated Hergazad, but we still don't have the lifting verse. We gotta figure out who in this town has the lifting verse. If anybody. Very ore. It's so long to sleep. Alright, so our quest to get the lifting verse, we first talked to Giants. Giants kind of mumbling to himself, doesn't help us. We go talk to Crack Guy, the guy who loves crack. Why is there a guy that loves crack here? I don't know. He just stands next to this crack all day. And we have to talk to him to progress. So he is Crack Guy. Talk to Giants again. Try and ask him a question. I want to talk about it. Talk to this kid. Says the mayor might know more. The mayor basically tells us that Giants knows the lifting verse, or would know how to get it this whole time. He's just been wasting our time. Giants is a descendant of the wise men of Volkos. Says the lifting verse is in a on a tablet in the Stalagmite Castle. So back we go. Thankfully, it's near the beginning. Top secret, do not read. Well, before that, tablet was locked behind the door. So once Hergazad was dead, then we could access it. Zoom in. A different zoom in. Now we have saved the third continent from falling. So you'd think that we would go to the fourth continent next, the Fear. But turns out no one really knows where it is. We get to do other stuff until we figure that out. Other stuff being like interacting with everyone on the ship. Well, most people on the ship. Because they require us to. Five people were required to interact with. Guy. Required to talk to the sleeping person. Seems a bit wild to me to make us do that. Okay. Let's talk to Laramie. We have to stay to the side here when approaching Gandor, or his chair will literally attack us. And then in the cockpit here, we only need to talk to Geel. Don't care about the other guy. And that's it. Finish this off by talking to Arcia. Let me go back to the cockpit.
It's huge!
That water spout came out of nowhere.
Ah!
It's the banjo from behind the water spout!
firepower for a sitting duck. I've got to find some way for us to disappear. Give me maximum thrust from all engines on the double. We're going invisible.
We're taking evasive maneuvers behind a thundercloud, sir.
Let them hide. Their feeble attempts to thwart me are useless.
Our plan is we're gonna board the Vangel and take it out from the inside. So they stop attacking us. The airlim is able to teleport us back into the dungeon from the first time we were here. Dungeon? No, jail cell. And Laramie goes off by herself. Doesn't listen to anyone. Now we have the fun part of going through this. A lot of elevators that take a bit too long to keep going up and down. Come up here first to get an ID card to use the first elevator. Conveniently, this guy comes down to... I don't know if he's like in a walking animation or he actually comes down to fight us. I want to believe he comes down to fight us. Okay. There we go. That's the wind buster that you want to try and get after a guard break. Really good. As long as they don't poke you really fast. Try and get past this enemy without fighting him. I'm so itchy. Alright. Trying to get past this. This is another enemy that we have to get past twice, but pretty difficult to even do it once, so I'm not going to be upset if you get do the encounter. Alright, once. I did not mean to get into that fight, though. That is unnecessary fight. That never happened. I was thinking I was somewhere else. Yeah, this guard has the next key card. Oh, you duped me. I got caught on the chair. No, try it. Yeah. Try and get past this guard again. I'm gonna juke him. I don't recall, but once he's aggroed on you like that, you can't really unaggro. In order to destroy the Evangel, we have to talk to that scientist to figure out how to screw up the engine in order to blow it up. For some reason that scientist tells us. Wait for this roper to despawn. And the way to blow up the Evangel is to take the blue rod and the orange rod and just switch them. Takes a long time too for this animation to happen. before the ship blows up, we're supposed to go get Arcia down an elevator. Turns out she's not here, but we do have access to the first bridge elevator now. On the first bridge, the two guards here are finally calling out Slazer here for thinking he betrayed everyone is on the other people's side, so we have to unintentionally help him out. Slazer will fight one, I'll fight the other. Very good. Here we learn Slazer and Laramie are siblings. Laramie's very upset that Slazer is on the wrong side. Doesn't want her brother to go away. Very sad. More great voice acting.
There now.
Damn it all! I'm the one to blame for all this.
You're wrong.
The water spout, it's disappearing.
Behind the clouds, look! It's the continent, Zephyr.
You know, we found the beer. Easy. Had to blow up the Vandal. The characters start hearing a whisper in their ear. Turns out Giltania here is cursed. Why no one's really on Zephyr anymore. Where people from the past, their lives will suddenly take over yours. You'll act out their lives. We're protected by our scepter or something, but the rest of them are kind of now doing whatever. You do get to meet Korak? Much bigger spirit beast. Korak. On the engine and fix the problem. Don't give him any ideas. So we talked to the big spirit beast through Corky. They've told us that there is a tablet that needs to be recharged, and then the curse on this town can be broken. So in order to charge this tablet, yes, Zephyr is Earth. In order to charge this tablet, we have to go to the ruins of each continent and bring it to a tablet there to charge a piece of it. So now we're going to revisit everywhere in order just to break the curse on this town. Makes perfect sense to me, Thelonious. We have to do this one first, because this is where we pick up the translator spell, because tablets now we won't be able to understand, so we have to translate before we can even talk to them. Only now, though. Downstairs. Nice mana. I just saw that. I can never use a translator spell again. The run's dead. This will be a recurring fight, basically. Each of these ruins has a dragon fight. And if you're expecting these dragons to be unique, and not just the same skin with a different color. Let me tell you how disappointed you're going to be. Each of these things we interact with actually tells a lot of backstory and lore of the game, which you'll get a lot of in the last like 15 minutes of the game. Because we have to walk out of this, we can't even heirloom return if we had the mana. Finally skip a cutscene. Skip 4 cutscenes of traveling back to the continents that we've already seen. Oh, I love it. Right. Yeah. Go do this room twice. First time clockwise, second time counterclockwise. convinced you can make that cycle, but I never have before. Getting hot in here. Alright, that's the first 2 ruins that don't involve any fighting. Now, the other 2 do involve fighting. To fight 8 enemies in Volcos ruins and 5 in the Shilf ruins. Oh, he barely outsped me. There we go. That's what you want to see. But you know, first hit and not third or fourth. When we hit these teleporters, we actually want to get next to the tablet when we talk to it, so we have enough room to dash and break guard. Otherwise, we're a bit too close to the enemy. That was my fault. It was too slow. I walked into that one, literally. Oh. Did its fast attack. Stop it with the fast attack. you to not block. Thank you. That's what you want to see. Them do their slower attacks so you have time to one-shot them. It's I just stopped charging. Die. Stop eating the damn combo. Yeah, okay. The combo kept failing. Can't really do the Wind Buster combo on a magic user because their first goal is to get far away from you, so you usually can't do it in time. Usually. Corner of it might work. I potioned in. I'm gonna try an heirloom return after this. I want it to be true that it works or not works. Whatever it must be. Okay. Didn't think I could. It's sad. Ow. Oh, it just has no effect? Excuse me. This one has a tablet there that gives you a story, and based off the colors of the things in the stories is the correct order you have to do these teleporters and fight. Good thing that story never changes. Nice crit. Another high potion? Damn. Okay. One more. There's 6 teleporters, but we only have to fight 5 in a certain order. You can ignore the purple one. Get a cutscene here of Corky saying that the Wind Dragon is asleep. Maybe we can sneak past it. Kinda wish that was an option. Kinda cool. Nice one shot. Finally, we can Imprint or charge this with the last piece, the tablet, to break the spell. Like at this point, we just kind of forgot that we lost all our party members and they're under some kind of spell. Sad how many little places we can actually use heirloom return. Time we actually use it, it only saves like 10 to 15 seconds probably. I feel like it could have a lot more potential. Like in the dragon chambers, where it takes like a minute to walk out. Alright, time to say goodbye to Corky. That is part of the game. He has to use themselves with Kurok in order for them to have enough power to break the spell.
Uh-oh. Bye for now. The great spirits call!
Corky, no!
Clearly best character in the
He
game.
has joined me to become Korak. We must warn you creatures of the corporal worlds. Powerful spirit forces are in alignment. You must leave this land.
I miss him already. Now that the spell's broken, we gotta check up on everyone, make sure they're back to their old selves. Meet up with Laramie, tell her that Corky had to use with Kurok, and Laramie's just sad she couldn't say goodbye since Corky was originally with Laramie when we found him. Now we go talk to Arcia. I don't think Arcia has snapped out of it yet. Yandor did, at least. Go back in. Talk to Arcia once more. Oh, I mean Laramie, not Arcia. Now we listen to Laramie. This cutscene is almost enough for me to choose Laramie to sacrifice over Arcia, but it's only one time. You get the pass.
Laramie.
Everyone's gone, and now Arcia's in serious danger. How could this happen? What are we going to do? Oh, Ian, I'm so confused. You must go to her. You must save Arcia.
Laramie, I'm going to stay right here and make sure that you're safe.
And then, when your job's done, you'll be able to rush right over to Arcia's side where you wish you were right now. Oh. I'm sorry, Ian. I'm just under such stress.
Oh, Laramie. My patience. I gotta actually talk to her one more time. Now I go back to Arcia. I can't go talk to Arcia until I talk to Laramie after her cutscene, and she tells me talk to Arcia. The guard that was walking around has come back too. He wants to arrest us. And then we suddenly learned the Undertale, the Genocide spell. Not the most powerful spell in the game, but you just give this one to us. After we mentally scar Arcia with blowing up someone in front of us, talk to Karok here. Karok says that there is a cemetery near the obelisk here that would have the lifting verse probably. So we have to go down here to get the lifting verse. Say yes to that old lady. She turns into an enemy and fights us. For this one, we have to talk to each gravestone that's in the middle. It doesn't matter the order, but this way, when we're done, the staircase that lowers is next to us. We don't have to actually do anything in these lower areas, we just have to walk down. Leave. We have one more cemetery, the Royal Cemetery. This one can be a bit annoying because we have to interact with all of these coffins, but there's no confirmation that we're interacting. I hope that we do. Here we go. Now that we visited every cemetery, we have to find her mother. It requires us to go back into each one to the one NPC that's in each cemetery now. Now that we did that, we can tell her we can help her and for her to join us. Turns out she's not really looking for her mother. This old lady in the public cemetery is her, but really far into the future. How far is it? 1,000 years. Damn. We've done that. We can now get the lifting verse from the wise man here. Also mentions that the Imperial Wizardry Fortress is actually in a hole right below us. Under Giltania this whole time. We'll come back to that though. We have to give Arcia the lifting verse before we jump down to that. I think the issue is with the Imperial Wizardry Fortress anchored below Zephyr. Even with the lifting verse, it won't be good enough with how heavy it is, so we have to find a way to destroy or detach the fortress before we lift Giltania. Although I'm not sure why we're doing it to begin with, since no one lives here. But whatever. First order of business, you come over here and talk to one of the Dude Airship's crew members who is mortally injured. Ordeal. We have to fight this golem down here because they have a key card that we need. Oh, you got a fast attack on me? Fine. Things have really high defense. Takes 2 hits even, or both hits with the Windbuster to even take out 1 life point. Security card. Security card didn't work, it was damaged during battle. Then we made a copy, we fixed it. And now we can access the area. Go ahead and heal up. And this whole section is we have to take 4 elevators to the 2nd floor, do a fight, and then talk to the spirit of the wise men, which are kind of hiding in the lower area of this fortress for some reason. Can you do the thing? Please do the thing. Up to me. Totally safe. Out. Do it. Oh, I was risking getting into that encounter. Guy sucks. He has no shield, so he swings a little faster, so it's a bit harder to get the combo or the wind buster. But thankfully, he didn't try and attack. Got lucky on that one. Melt through the floor because I hit the corner. I get a safety life point here. Why not? Probably don't need it, but you know, marathon safety doesn't hurt. I didn't mean to open that. Now I have a card of the Wind, Fire, and Water God. All I need is an Earth God. I'm not sure I've ever seen a card of the Earth God, though. Not sure where I would get it from. I've seen the Fire, Wind, and Water ones, though. And now equip the best armor in the game, basically. Boost my attack by a good amount. Maybe not. Last wizard I have to fight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This guy asked a yes or no question. I can't just spin my stick. Alright, this is one of the more unique ways to dodge one of the enemies with a double sneeze. The first thing we do is we come over here and bait this enemy off the console, come back up, and then move again, interact, and there. Literally stood right next to him, interacted with the console, and didn't get into a fight. I love that double sneeze so much. Actually, not a bad section. Even with the key card that we got, Gandor trying to punch his way through everything. Look at that face. You can't hate a face like that. Yeah, even with the key card, there's still a password to get through this thing. It never changes. Triangle, triangle, cross, circle. If I input the password incorrectly, I have to go back to the top right room, fight the enemy in there, and then talk to the scientist, and he'll give me the password again. Even I can't attempt it a second time without doing that. Impressed by the audacity, yeah. This is one of the stupidest deaths, in my opinion. Gandor is like my favorite character, and I don't know why he has to be dumb and die here. Like, the power went out, and now Laramie's stuck here and I'm stuck here. But Gandor's like, how about I shove my fist into this power conduit to make a circuit? It'll kill me, but it'll get you guys out of here. It doesn't work if there's no power. What the fuck? What are you, Gandor? And then this line.
Eon, follow your destiny.
Gandor. There's actually a decent section for me. Let's see how Goodle Zephyr goes, the boss of this area. Alright, bring it. The giant polygon ofo. So many polygons. Do the thing. Oh, they got me. You laughing at me. Come on. Oh, now he's dead. Decent fight. Not great. I don't think I got a crit. But at least my wind busters were okay. I missed a few, but yeah. Alright, we're in the last 20 minutes of the game. Part with the best voice acting you'll ever hear. I might have to adjust my volume since they like to yell. That beating Gudalzephyr, Eon released the fortress from below Galtania. Now Arcia has to do the lifting verse, which when she does that, she has to do it knowing that Eon is still trapped in the fortress and possibly killing him. But it's okay. We're fine. Yeah, so right here, the souls of the wise men are here to save us. Teleport us back up to Galtania. Can I do it here? Come on, why can't I hear them return here? Oh crap. It makes no sense. Not like there's a story required thing right there. So, Karok was telling us that since we've save the 4 continents. Heirloom now has to go back to the North Pole, where it'll sink into it and stay there. But Eon has to be with it in order to pilot it. But Laramie and Arcia only hear about this after we leave. So they decide to go with Karok to the North Pole to save us. Makes no sense why there's just no communication here. Oh no.
What's happening? Look at the sky! It's gone dark!
Look at that light up there!
What is it?
We're being sucked into it!
Be ready for some lore. A voice that definitely doesn't belong to the character. Right here we get a flashback and communication of each person that's died or helped us in each continent. Talos, Celesta, Zerois, and finally Gandor, who just died. Gandor. Probably tell a restreamer that time will end in like 15 minutes. Cutscene.
I don't know, but I don't like the looks of it. Arcia, what's wrong?
Oh, I've seen this place before. Oh, my head!
Arcia, what happened?
Seen this place before. Oh, my head!
Arcia, what happened?
I've seen this place before.
Wait.
Oh, my head!
What's happening?
Arcia, what happened?
Arcia!
Why did it do that? It just looped.
Who are you?
My name is Dimar.
Okay, Zell's here. I've never seen it do that. I really hope the game isn't trying to crash on me. The game looped that part of the cutscene 2 times. That's hilarious. Something that's never happened before. Damar. sounds really weird. Caesar's back. The whole time he was controlled by Damar. How could you, Laramie's brother? Laser coming out in the end to help us.
Laser!
Demar, is that the best you've got? Come on, try again. I want you to succeed. When I die, my spirit will enter the scepter forever.
If your puny spirit tries to enter the scepter, I will destroy it.
All right then, let's see if you can.
What?
Eon, use your strongest magic on me so that my spirit can enter the scepter and save us all.
Oh, Slazer, no, I could never do that.
Oh, Slazer.
Eon, you are the only one with the magic to stop the cycle. If you don't, evil will triumph forever and we are lost. Eon, kill him now while you can!
Oh, no. That's genocide. And hey, we killed Damar. Definitely not gonna come back after that. We didn't sacrifice Laser for no reason. Oh, he's back. Pretty soon I'll get a bathroom break. Looking forward to it. Alright, so after these first 3 fights, we're gonna get long cutscenes that are pretty loud. Ready for that.
I am winning. The evil is growing, taking control of him. He is losing his humanity. Soon he will be like the Ancient Ones.
That's a lie. Eon is not evil. He won't give in to your magic. He won't.
Yes, he will. He has been chosen. He is the one. Evil souls from all the worlds awaken when ghastly deeds are repeatedly committed. Eon is the reincarnation of Ma-O, the wizard of evil. He perpetuates the corruption that draws these souls to me. It is through him that I am able to lure them into my domain and rule them as I wish.
No! No!
You, your brother, and all the other survivors of the lands are merely pawns, manipulated by my hand to collect the souls of the evil dead. I have always been in control of your fate.
So in a bit, we're gonna have to choose who we're sacrificing, Laramie or Arthea. And after this cutscene coming up right after this fight, pretty obvious why we end up sacrificing Arthea and not Laramie. Enjoy this. I won't.
Yes, all of the people you know who have perished in your pathetic wars have died in the name of the great Ma-O Zarouge.
No, stop! Stop, please! I've heard enough!
No, you must hear it all. You must remember it all. The fear in your voice tells me that you are starting to remember. In your previous life, you were killed by Ma-O Zarouge.
No! It's not true! It's not true!
You were an innocent princess in the ancient kingdom who was killed by Zarouge so that you could serve him.
Alright, one more of those. And it's the longest one. I can take a bathroom break. Decent fight. Alright, I'll be right back.
Hatred is the fuel that powers evil. When Prince Zarouge was defeated, he was treated with such cruelty that his hatred festered and grew to such an extreme that he unknowingly summoned the spirit of Ma-O to become one with him. Once the spirit of Ma-O is welcomed, he rules.
No! No, it can't be!
When Prince Zarouge was taken over by the spirit of Ma-O, he became ruthless. He cut through the land like a scythe, crushing his enemies. He conquered all the worlds but one. That world was ruled by Princess Elamira, who suffered the same hardships as Zarouge. Arcea was Princess Elamira in a previous life.
Princess Elamira. I've read about her in Ma-O mythology.
Zarouge finally defeated Princess Elamira's forces, but when he saw her, memories of their past life flashed before him. Despite this, he eventually gave the order for the princess's execution.
Please stop! Stop it!
Zarouge was a weak human, not worthy of Ma-O. At the last minute, he ordered his men to free the princess. He sacrificed himself for her, and when he died, he entered my world thinking he could challenge my powers. I've kept your world in a continuous cycle of war because of Zarouge. You are helpless, locked into a never-ending repetition of your past. Only I hold the key to ending the evil, and as long as it continues, I keep gaining power in my domain.
Thought it was over.
You are
He goes
such
again.
weak creatures. All the wars you've fought before. All the people you've killed were the reincarnation of your old retainers. I have merely invited you to be violent and evil, and you have never disappointed me. You've gone to war without remorse for its victims. You've killed of your own free will. You are all as evil as Zarouge himself, and as long as you are evil, you shall always be under my control.
Okay, no more of that. I think. Oh, don't do that. Don't die. Okay. Time to challenge Damar. Sacrifice Arcea like we're supposed to. We're required to talk to both of them, but whoever we talk to after, it'll ask us if we sacrifice them. Bye-bye, Arcia. Alright, for this final fight, time's gonna be on the last hit, whenever that is. I'll try and call it out when I see it. Fight sucks though. He can be in the air, and whenever he's in the air, I cannot attack him. He can stay up there and do whatever he wants as long as he wants. I should wait for him to come down. Ah. Shoot me. Not. Mar, can you stop? No. Back in the air, huh? Oh. Health point. Oh, get back down here. Stop hiding. We did it. Oh. Nice. I'm happy I got sub 350 at least. But yeah, depending on which character you save here, depends on your ending. So with Laramie, we stay in our current universe or world, and we live like happily with Laramie. But if we sacrifice Laramie, then we like go back to our previous life as Ma'o and Princess Alamira. It's a bit weird. Wouldn't mind, you know, another game to explain more. But yeah.
I have completed my journey and finished the last chapters of my chronicle.
You've done
Oh yeah, he is in the afterlife. That's funny. I forgot about this cutscene. Thank you for the GGs. Thank you for having me. Donate to the Open Medicine Foundation.
Very intelligent and compassionate.
Not gonna recommend running this game. It hurts. You have to like spin the analog stick on your palm for 3 to 4 hours. It sucks. But it's fun showing it off. Yeah, I guess I'm ready to go. Thank you.